Okay, so we were here somewhere that six isopropyl units we can combine together to form the squalene. So we are here over that 2 moles of farnesyl diphosphate, 2 moles of farnesyl diphosphate we condense together to get our squalene molecules which has C30 carbon atoms. Okay, so this is the our first thing that we got to synthesize cholesterol. Now we are going to cyclize this squalene molecule. Okay, so on this C30 carbon atoms, and we are going to cyclize this molecule to get cholesterol as our final product. So conversion of squalene to cholesterol. So what we can do at the first stage. So squalene undergoes oxidation by epoxidase. Okay, squalene undergoes oxidation by epoxidase. So carbon-carbon double bond is present in squalene. So it can undergo oxidation to form epoxide using molecular oxygen and epoxidase as an enzyme and NADPH to form squalene epoxide. Okay, so molecular oxygen, NADPH and epoxidase, we can convert squalene to squalene epoxide. Okay, so cyclase converts it into the C30 carbon lanosterol. So after getting squalene epoxide, we can convert or we can cyclize this squalene epoxide to convert this squalene epoxide to the lanosterol, and this is the steroid compound, first steroid compound synthesized. Okay, we'll see now what is the structure of the squalene epoxidase and what is the structure of lamsterol. So different steps involved. Squalene can fall into a structure that closely resembles the steroid nucleus. So how to represent this squalene structure? So here I have given the how to represent or how to write down C30 carbon atoms of squalene. Okay, so C30 carbon atoms of squalene, we can write it down in this fashion. Okay, so write it down in this fashion. That means we have normally in steroidal nucleus we do have three 6-member rings, they fuse with each other. Okay, three 6-member ring, they are fused to each other, and one 5-member ring that means fused to this 6-member ring, and ABC this in this way, and like that if we will write it down in our notebook or these things. So at the last we are not getting much confused to write down the structure of lanosterol. Okay, so here we have written the structure of squalene. So squalene having different carbon-carbon double bond at different positions. So here this carbon-carbon double bond which is placed at the second position. Okay, this carbon-carbon double bond undergoes epoxidation with NADPH and oxygen. Okay, in squalene epoxidase. So we are getting epoxide formation over here. So they have written here. So we got this molecule is squalene epoxide. So same structure we can draw this squalene here. Only we have to show the epoxide formation of at this carbon-carbon double bond. See, only one carbon-carbon double bond undergoes epoxide formation. Okay, so epoxide, that one forms epoxide, and we got here epoxide at this C second and C third carbon atom, and the remaining carbon-carbon double bond remains as it is in that structure. Okay, so we got squalene epoxide here, and now what is the next stage? This squalene epoxide we are going to convert that one into the lanosterol. Okay, so how to convert that one? So before ring closure occurs, squalene is converted to squalene epoxide that we have seen by squalene epoxidase in the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so this epoxide formation occurs in the endoplasmic reticulum. Now what changes we can do in squalene epoxide structure to achieve the lanosterol molecule. Okay, so now the methyl group on C14 in squalene epoxide is transferred to the C13. Now we'll see how the C14 methyl group transferred to the C13. So here is the C14 carbon atom, here is the C13 carbon atom. Okay, so now methyl group from the C14, this methyl group is transferred from this carbon atom to methyl C13 carbon atom, and at the same time the methyl group from C8 carbon atom transferred to the C14 carbon atom. Okay, so now convert squalene epoxide to the lanosterol we have to move two methyl groups from 8 and from carbon number 14, and we have changed their positions. So this methyl group was to C13, and this methyl group was to C14. Okay, the same molecule, same expression they have given. Okay, the methyl groups on C14 is transferred to C13, and that on methyl group on C8 carbon atom transferred to the C14 carbon atom as cyclization occurs. Okay, and that cyclization catalyzed by oxidosqualene lanosterol cycles. Okay, so we'll see now how cyclization occurs. Okay, cyclization occurs, the valency of carbon is getting changed. So that's why we need to move this methyl group from one position to another one. So here you got, after cyclization, you got this type of this thing, lanosterol structure. So cyclization occurs, that means this carbon compound bond may attack on this carbon atom to open this epoxide ring. We got alcohol here. Two methyl groups already present. Now new bond has been formed between C4 and C2, I think. Okay, and like that, all things is getting changed by after cyclization. So we got here our basic molecule lanosterol. Okay, so once we got lanosterol, it's very easy now convert. Now we got our basic skeleton of cholesterol molecule. Okay, so basic skeleton of cholesterol molecule we got over here, and how to convert this cholesterol to sorry, how to got this lanosterol to cholesterol, we'll see. And there are different steps they have been involved. Now lanosterol, now two methyl groups will get vanish from lanosterol. So methyl group which is present at C14 and methyl group which is present at C4, that one will get disappear, or that one will get eliminate. Okay, so at first stage we will that 14, the methyl group present at the carbon number 14, that one will get eliminated. Okay, by with the help of NADPH and molecular oxygen. Okay, so here we got 14 des-methyl lanosterol. 14 des-methyl means at methyl group at carbon number 14, that methyl group will get eliminated. So we can name this compound 14 des-methyl lanosterol. Okay, that methyl group has been vanished. So 14 days methyl lanosterol we got over here. Now we want to eliminate the methyl group at C4 position. Okay, so now again with the help of molecular oxygen NADPH molecule, we can eliminate this methyl group at the C4 position. So here we got both methyl groups got vanished. Okay, from the C4 position. Okay, as well as C14 position.